What is the worst SFM you've ever seen? No, I'm not talking about End of the Line or Live and Let Spy. I'm talking about an SFM movie that's so bad, so fundamentally broken that it leaves a pit in your stomach or makes you feel frustrated and angry beyond any reasonable measure. This is a question I've been asking myself for a while, and it's about time I do something about it. So I'd rip off various YouTube channels, because I am unoriginal AF.
The new story no longer takes place in Alaska but in Canada. Subtitles you can't remove. This guy survives. This camera movement. This other camera movement. This guy survives a tower collapsing on him and a fully charged Machina body shot.
Is a touching story.
What's the best way to introduce a badass villain? Of course, let him execute a random person who no one cares about in the first place. This is supposed to be intimidating, right?
This fucking music. D.
5,000 kilometers. How huge is this area again? By this logic, this small town would be settled in the USA. Depending on the coordination, this area could even be Mexico. All I'm trying to say is that the distance is way too big to make sense. Protagonist wakes up cliché. Throwing away the alarm clock because comedic effect, even though this is not a comedy movie. And now introducing random characters who are barely in the movie. This guy needs a doctor. Maskless spy because casual setting. Scout's mom with this hairstyle and without makeup looks more like a matured femme scout, or Scout's older sister than his actual mother. Oh hey, a random box strip because memes. What does every middle-aged man do in the morning? Oh yes, sit in front of my house on a chair reading a newspaper listening to music. And also to show I'm a war veteran, let's place my team captain next to me to show that I'm a try-hard soldier main.
Oh no!
This guy likes to ruin fun. Gives him a random black mesa folder which supposed to represent an army enlistment paper thingy, real professional people at work. This guy is on a drafting spree. Let's bother this random couple, make the woman sad that her boyfriend might die because he has to go to war. Not trying to be a sexist here, but going out of your way to force enlist a random girl makes literally no sense. This guy has a pet pigeon rather than a parrot or a cockatiel. Now we fast forward 2 weeks because we only care about action, explosions and excitement.
No way! Ha! Uh-oh. Oh!
She hits him hard enough to fly back again on the other box cart, and instead of trying to run away she decides to laugh at him instead. Probably she realizes it's impossible to outrun anyone on a moving train. This random guy shows up out of nowhere.
I am Intel Soldier! I will Intel you!
That moment she knew, she fucked up. This would have definitely killed her. Hey Blue randomly shows up. At least this demoman uses a Scottish resistance, which is a totally underused weapon in TF2 except MVM, so that's one sin off. Even if she survived the fall, wouldn't at least half of her bones be broken? Or I'm just ignorant about train physics? Seriously, I can't tell. Well, it did happen, so fuck you, bitch. Another shitty fucked up mess of camera movement. Finds the intel, completely free from damage and burns, and it just lays there for her to find in less than 3 seconds.
Ah, crap.
Decides to climb up a boxcar instead of just going around the wreckage.
I got it, I got it, I got it.
Let's stand on top of a boxcar to show I'm superior to everyone, because I have the intel, so I can run away with the credits. To be honest, she deserves the credits anyway because she went out of her way to board a hostile train just to get the intel. Impressive shit.
Yo, incoming!
Dodges a rocket like this, are also how can the rocket explode this nearby and not injure her, let alone explode nearby. She stands on the
high ground!
Which means anyone else has to fire the rocket from the ground so the rocket would fly upwards. Oh well, fuck it. Where did these guys come from? And why only 6? Is that all of the reinforcements Red has to offer? Hats and cosmetics equals skill.
I need some help!
R.I.P. Demoman, he only wanted help but never got it. I'll miss this guy. Actually no, I won't. And of course these two survive. Because movie. Not to mention the soldier took out the entire red team all by himself.
Move out!
Move out? To where? Wait, what? Who are these two guys? Train wreck survivors or reinforcements? Aren't they hearing all the gunshots and explosions in the background, and is this soldier really lecturing the scout? This girl has marksman skills against the scout but sucks against the soldier for some unknown reasons. Probably because movie. This rocket should have blown her to pieces. Unless real TF2 logic applies, then she shouldn't even flinch because the soldier uses the direct shit.
Just me and you, maggot!
Top 10 anime battles.
顔どにも聞かんわい！お前はもう死んでいる。何？お前たくびでギゼブ！
There is no way she would still be alive.
Medic!
Oh hey, the random guys from the beginning of the movie who no one cares about, what exactly did they do in the movie? Fucking nothing. The medic would be better off if he had his healing gun instead of trying to feel a pulse. I mean, I suppose the soldier can do that himself and determine if she's still alive or not.
Ah, piss.
Oh hey, random reds who are supposed to be more important to the story but never got mentioned in the beginning. Discount Hazen. No, seriously, he's actually meant to be a main character in the story, but ends up being a random moron who shows up at the most random of times, who makes no sense whatsoever. Worst out-of-place ending music of all time.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Why do humans wear clothing?
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! Oh, no!
Is a touching story.
Wake me up!
Wake me up inside!
Wake up!
Wake me up inside!
I got a hangover. Whoa, I've been drinking too much for sure.
I like the way they look. I like the shiny steel and the polished wood. I don't care if they're big or small. If they're for sale, hell, I want them all. I like guns. I like guns. I like guns.
I'm gay.
Now I can't stand the pain. How could this happen to me?